What is good, everybody? And today we are going to bring the first ever Madden rebuild franchise into the channel. I play a lot of sports games, which y'all might not know. I play a lot of different games, a lot of different variety of games. And today I'm going to get started with this. As you can see right here, I didn't want to get started with landing on the legend, but it is one legend per team rebuild. I'll tell y'all my team afterwards, and I'll tell y'all what we'll be going through. Some people who will probably be traded, and etc. So for the Bears, we got Walter Payton, running back. Why not? Most of these were by team needs, by the way. So if you don't see somebody here, don't, you don't gotta be offended. You can leave something in the comment section, and please like and subscribe. All right, let's get through this. Bengals, Terrell Owens. Yes, I know he's only a 98. He's one of the two that's a 98, and there's three people that are but not a 99 in here. His card wasn't really that good, and it was like a while ago too. So I think two things that really impacted this one. And I did Terrell Owens because why not? AJ Green, my homie, and you could also have made a case for, oh shoot, where did Geno Atkins go? There he is. Geno Atkins as well, could have made a issue for either of those two, but I don't like redoing people, so for the Bills, y'all see Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith is a nice little, addition, and he's like the only really thing that you could really do for their theme team. I mean, Marshawn Lynch if you really want to do a running back, but you don't really need it. I'm going to do this for now on so y'all can guess it. Broncos, their legend is none other than John Elway himself. I turned Brett Ryfien, I think that's his name, into John Elway. John Elway is pretty good. Back in his day, it's either him or Peyton Manning, and I was like, well, let's go John, because John's more iconic for the Broncos than Peyton was. For the Browns, well, it don't really matter. Everson Walls, I don't think you would have really guessed this. If anybody could have guessed this, then you're a genius. His last card was a while ago as well, and it wasn't really that good. Let me do this again. It was Madden 19, actually, I remember. Buccaneers, who do y'all think it is? Redo Tom Brady, redo Antonio Brown, redo Gronk. I hate the Patriots in my heart. Simeon Rice, an excellent D end to accompany Ndamukong Suh on the right side, and Vita Vea at DT. That's going to be a ferocious team to deal with. Next is the Arizona Cardinals. And I had to do this for the culture. Mr. Larry Fitz legend. Bam! Now, a lot of you, might say, well, you're redoing a legend. You say you don't like redoing it. Well, there's some legends I really like. In the Cardinals, you can do a lot of people. I feel really bad for Larry Fitz. Sorry y'all didn't get in the playoffs this year, but we had to take the spot. Chicago unite, baby. That's my team. Couldn't rebuild them because they made the playoffs. Next, the Chargers. I'm just gonna go through it. We're not gonna guess it anymore. If y'all do want to guess it, next team is the Chiefs. Y'all can guess that. Rodney Harrison, I made him a free safety. They got Derwin, Rodney Harrison and Derwin. They needed a free safety. They could have done old head Eric Whittle, but it's Rodney Harrison. It's just a strong safety, free safety. It's not like they couldn't have done that. For the Chiefs, we did Bobby Bell. As you know, the Chiefs need linebackers. This is one of the most infamous. It is not Derek Thomas, who is the best Chiefs legend of all time, people will and would say. It will not be him, sadly, because his last MUT card was in 16. Next team is the Colts. And the Colts, they got Marvin Harrison. For this season, Mr. Phillip Rivers hasn't been able to have much wide receivers as T.Y. Hilton has fallen off. And Paris Campbell hasn't really became anything. Michael Pittman Jr. was like, meh. And like, the rest of these guys, whatever. Zach Pascal. So you got Marvin Harrison on the team. Sure, provide them spark. Next team's the Cowboys. Let's get on to it. For the Cowboys, I did primetime Deion Sanders. Deion could have went to a couple different teams, but I put him on this team. I know they're overpowered. Mr. Deion Sanders, freaking, he's everything, isn't he? They needed a corner, even though they do have, like, their corners are alright. You know, they needed a safety, but I couldn't get them a safety. What else do they need? They don't really need anything else in Madden terms, really. And I didn't do any O-line or tight ends or special teams players, like kicker, punter, kick return, punter, returner. I will do, like Deion Sanders was one. For the Bears, you know, you could have done Devin Hester, but, I mean, his catching stats aren't that good, so there's no use of doing them. Next team is the Dolphins, and the Dolphins have Chris Carter. I know Vikings legend. He did play for the Dolphins, though, once upon a time. Chris Carter, what else can I say here? He has grab and smash, you know, that's a whatever trait. Dolphins are really bad on Madden. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They're not that good of a team on Madden. But Chris Carter will lead Tua or Fitzpatrick, whoever's that quarterback, on. No cap. Next team's the Eagles. We had to do B-Doc. They don't really have a free safety. They had old Ronnie McLeod. And then, like, meh. And strong safety, you know, they got Jalen Mills, pays the bills, Rudy Ford, you know. So they need a safety is basically all I'm saying. And I gave him B-Doc. Who wouldn't want to do B-Doc for the Eagles anyways? Like, whoa, you're going to do Michael Vick. Talking about Michael Vick. I think we are going to guess who's next. The dog killer himself, Michael Vick with Omaha. You know what? Hold on. I want to look at his stuff. I just want to look at it. Quick draw, closer, pass lead elite, comeback and protected. My man doesn't have escape artist. I'm not editing anybody's traits. I ain't gonna do that. I really want to do Julio pretty bad for this team, but you know, like I said, I'm adding people, and you know, Julio's still up there, so we're gonna do Julio another day, another hour. He's a legend. Next is the 49ers, who got Jerry Rice, the best wide receiver in NFL history. Please talk to me about this if you think otherwise, because you are wrong. Jerry Rice. What else can I say? You know, look at their wide receiver core. Not tight end core. You know, George Kittle's a GOAT. They got Deebo Samuel. Ayuk. I mean, they got young guys, but, like, nothing really in man terms. Man terms, you know, Mostert, he's a god. You could have done quarterback for them, you know, but Jimmy G, you know, yeah, I had to just go with the best receiver of all time because, meh, why not? You got to. And for the Giants, there's only one right answer. Lawrence Taylor, one of the best linebackers of all time, if not the best. He is one of the most ferocious linebackers of all time. No doubt about that. This dude is a hard-hitting machine. You are not going past him. Let's talk to all the people who got hit by him. Think otherwise. Next team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars have Torrey Holt, who was a MUP master in 20. And he was just on this team, you know. It's like, alright, Jags, I need a wide receiver, I guess. Jags needed almost anything. And to be honest, our theme team was like the worst in Madden 20, so I just said, screw it, let's give him Torrey Holt. For the Jets, you could do a couple people. But we did Chris Johnson, CJ2K. Yes, that is Josh Adams' face scan. Jamal Adams. No, Josh Adams. Yep, Josh Adams. Josh Adams. Oh my. Yeah, Josh Adams out of the University of Notre Dame, my college, if you don't know so. CJ2K, you know. So, Mike cheated his combine. I'm not sure. Nope, cheating his combine. That's John Ross. Lions! There's only one right answer. Barry Sanders, one of the best running backs of all time. I didn't talk about this when I was on the Browns. I know. Jim Brown, I didn't do him. I didn't do quarterback either. You know, I could have went with a quarterback there. There's two quarterbacks, but obviously one. Why can't I think of his name right now? I can't think of his name right now, but I didn't do him either because of their positional needs. They needed a corner. They needed secondary and linebackers, and they literally had like no linebackers I could do. And like no safeties. So it was whatever. Next is the Packers. For the Packers, I did Reggie White for them. You know, they got Kenny Clark, they got Reggie White, and they got whatever right end they're gonna have there. Then they got Preston Smith, Darius Smith. You know, it's a big thing there. Panthers, Luke Kuechly, one of the best middle linebackers of the recent generation that we can ever see. Him and Bobby Wagner head to head. I'd always take Bobby Wagner over Luke Kuechly, but Luke Kuechly is still a stud, no matter the doubt. Next is the Patriots. I know. Can't do Ty Law. Can't do Tom Brady. Not doing Gronk. But we did do a wide receiver, and he is Randy Moss. Somebody who, anybody who ever uses the Patriots always wants Randy Moss if I ever do this. And also, this is why old Julian Edelman regressed. He's a shell of his former self. I mean, Marquise Lee, you know, Damiere Byrd. I mean, in a user league, you know, Damiere Byrd's gonna be, you know, a stud. But you know, this is not a user league. We go to the Raiders next. The Raiders. I'm here, Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen. You know, I didn't do running back for this team, even though literally their best is running back. But that's not the positional need. Positional need, they did need a safety, so I got them hard-hitting Jack Tatum. Jack Tatum, there was Ronnie Lott in here. Ronnie Lott, I really wanted to put somewhere, but I totally forgot that he played for the Raiders at the time. And then Jack Tatum. Jack Tatum, I think any Raiders fan will be happy to see Jack Tatum. I mean, this is why I didn't do running back because of Josh Jacobs, but like behind him, there's like nobody. I ain't gonna cap, but yeah. For the Rams, who do y'all think we doing? No other than the man Eric Dickerson. I can't spell his name because, you know, Madden says no. They will also say that about Marshawn Lynch because Lynch is in his name. It's very dicey. But, you know, running back, you'd be like, why would you do that? They got Cam Akers, Malcolm Brown, Derek Henderson, I was thinking Daryl Henderson Jr. But, you know, in Madden terms, they might not be that elite, and he's just a top wide receiver, top running back. He's a top running back, so why not do him, you know? So that's why we did that. You know, free safety could have done, but we did do Eric Dickerson. For the Ravens, man, y'all know who we had to do. I know, Ray Lewis, Ray Legend. And here's why. And I mean, Patrick Queen is gonna be a stud. Mwah. He's gonna be a stud, but he's gonna need to develop. Ray Lewis, you know, he's gonna be able to do it. They got Yannick, Matthew Judon, their DNs. I ain't gonna lie, they're gonna have to get young. You know, they're not gonna get young. They're gonna have to get good. You know, try to do something. They needed safeties. But I brought Ray Lewis over Ed Reed for a reason. The football team, who am I going to do? Sean Taylor, Darrell Green. Well, sorry, but it is Sean Taylor. The best safety of all time, beyond a doubt. Yeah, Kenny easily. You can make a case for him. He played and he got his career cut short due to, I forgot what sickness it was or an injury. It was something like that. I forgot. I can't remember it. But that's why, Scary Terry, Kendall Fuller, who for some reason is higher over on Kyle Fuller. But can we talk about the D line? Like, that D line is so killer that literally if Sean Taylor didn't get us killed, like murdered how he did, Sean Taylor wouldn't be on this team in real life because he'd be retired by now. I believe he would. I don't think he would play that long in the NFL. I mean, maybe. To be honest, he might. He might. He might be really old in this leading the team on. But if Sean Taylor never got hurt, the football team might have actually won something. For the Saints, I did Ricky Jackson. They needed a linebacker. Well, actually, looking at all their needs, they really didn't need much. They needed a left outside linebacker. They had Zach Bond. Like, what else am I going to do here? Look, they're literally good on everything. Wide receiver, you could have made a case for, but we did left outside linebacker Ricky Jackson, who was one of the best Saints of all time. People say Drew Brees is number one. Other people say Drew Brees isn't. It's whatever y'all think. Next is Seattle. Seattle Seahawks. We did Dwight Freeny. I loved Dwight Freeny back in the day. I don't know why he ever was made an outside linebacker. Let's make that clear. But this is where he's at the end, where he's an elite D end. The Seattle defense needed a left end, to be honest, because, like, look at that. D end period. Carlos Dunlap is old in the hair, and, they got good linebacking core. I mean, they don't got a second middle linebacker assigned for whatever reason right now. Corners were alright, They could do a hard-hitting Cam Chancellor, but, you got that. I don't think it's Dwight Freeney is that much. For the Steelers, there's so much here we can do for the damn Steelers, man. I just gave him Troy Polamalu. I was like, who do I really want to do? I was like, Terrell Edmonds is a stud. I shouldn't do a strong safety. The reason why I did this because I love Troy Polamalu. I just couldn't say no to Troy Polamalu. You just can't, like, look at this team. Like, what position? I don't do either. Running back, maybe, quarterback, but no. We did Troy Polamalu. For the Texans, we did Ed Reed. Ed Reed did play, I think it was, wasn't in a full season. He got cut by the Texans and got signed by, like, the Dolphins or something like that. I forgot exactly who it was, but that did happen. And Ed Reed was actually a part of the Texans organization, so I put this here. I mean, look at their strong safety. I think it's Lonnie Johnson Jr. Yeah, Lonnie Johnson Jr. is their strong safety. So I was like, yeah, that's one of their many needs, because, like, they need a lot. I'm not going to lie. That would have been a good rebuild team, but I didn't want to do them either. I didn't even land on them on my wheel. Titans legend from the Houston Oilers day. He isn't even going to be known really as that. He's going to be known as a Washington football team player. Ken Houston. The hard-hitting Ken Houston. One of the best safeties of all time. I was very sad to see that his card wasn't really that good, though. I was very sad to see that. As you look at their strong safeties here, they got Kenny Vaccaro, but they really didn't have much to work with for me. They didn't have, what was it they need? D-ends. They didn't really have D-ends for me to do, like a right end to do. D-tackle, they might have actually had a D-tackle, I don't know. But I feel like I made the right choice, and there's that. And the last team's legend, the Vikings, the one illness on their offense is their quarterback. So we gave him another bum, Dante Culpepper. And after I made this roster, I was like, well, dang. Randall Cunningham played for the Vikings, I think. He did. So I could have done Randall Cunningham, but I did Dante Culpepper. He's morally known for one. For 2, he's still going to have stellar stats. I don't know why I'm showing his stats. I haven't showed stats for any other legend. Now, to take you to the team I am. The Bears. No. The Bengals. Man, I like the Bengals thing. I would have loved to do something with the Bengals because of Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow, but not the Bengals. Bills are on a rebuild. Broncos. I didn't get the Broncos either. I didn't get the Browns. They're not a rebuild. Bucks are on a rebuild. Cardinals. They are on a rebuild. No matter what is said, they aren't one, even if they didn't make playoffs. Chargers, even if they didn't make the playoffs, I wouldn't have said they're a rebuild either because of how buff their team actually is, and they were just injured. Same with the 49ers. Chiefs are a contender. Colts, they're a playoff team. Cowboys, they're not a rebuild team either. They obviously folded. Dolphins, I mean, they were a positive record, so I couldn't have done them either. Eagles, I didn't do them either. They're not really a rebuild. Falcons, they're not really a rebuild, no matter, their team is built. The Niners, I already told y'all not. The Giants is our team today for this series, boys. We got quarterback Daniel Jones, who might or might not be the quarterback of the future. We're going to have to get rid of some people here. Running back, this is why I really did it. I love Saquon Barkley. I love Saquon. And we're going to have Devontae Freeman backing him up. Probably, Deion Lewis. Deion Lewis, he might not be on the team. I don't know. I will be making a trade video next. This is just an introduction video. Golden Tate, my boy out of Notre Dame. We will have to trade him because he's 32. Sterling Shepard's 27. Darius Slayton, my boy. I love this dude because what he did in user Madden leagues. Same with Dante Pettis. I forgot what route it is. Like a wide receiver wheel route. It was basically like that, but he was lined up in the slot, and he would do that route, and then I'd have the number one receiver. It wasn't like a top receiver because it was like Emmanuel Sanders. He would run a streak, and then like Dante Pettis would go on the other side, a little bit left of him or whatever, and I'd just throw it up to Dante Pettis, and he would catch it. Like that, Dante Pettis is definitely staying here though. Yeah. Tight end, Evan Ingram, he's a stud. Left tackle, we got Nate Soldier. Nate Soldier will be traded. I will tell you that. Nate Soldier is going to be traded. Nate Soldier is probably going to be in probably going to have people in combo trades. And I'm only going to trade for young players, more than likely. Andrew Thomas will be the starter on this team. I think he has a hidden depth still. Even though he's had a trash season. I might move him over to right tackle. Will Hernandez has had a bad season as well. Because he used to be a 78 in Madden for 1 and for 2 he's let. But, yeah. This O-line hasn't been doing good a lot. Center, definitely a question mark. Right guard. I'm going to have to say goodbye Kevin Zittler as well. Get another young guy up here because I don't want old people on my team. Not that I have a problem with old people, but I just want this team to be young and developing. Right tackle, we don't really have a right tackle either. We just got Cameron Fleming. Dexter Lawrence, this is somebody I'm going to be glad to see. I'm not sure if we're going to have him at DN or D tackle yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be DN as of right now. Leonard Williams, who is slow too, I ain't going to lie. I am not a fan of Leonard Williams. I don't know if he's going to be on our team for long or what. And that salary cap is also a big pain. D tackle, Dalvin Tomlinson, he's going to probably be staying from what I know of as of right now. Lorenzo Carter, he's going to be a young developing stud. Jabal Sheard. I might have Jabal Sheard actually on the team. I'm not sure. We're actually going to go into free agency, and I'm going to take us through some. Blake Martinez. The thing is, when I play, I like being middle linebacker or safety. And I like me some fast middle linebackers. So that's why we might be saying goodbye to Blake Martinez. I'm not fully sure yet. Right outside linebacker, the guy Lawrence Taylor. You know, we got him out here today. Corners. Yeah, we got James Bradbury, basically. We do got a good free safety in Logan Ryan, I guess. He's actually a corner, but he plays safety right now for the Giants, and I'm just gonna keep him at free safety for now. But he's probably gonna be traded too. Xavier McKinney is slow in Madden. I might have him as a sub linebacker though. Might be something smart to do. And we also have Jabril Peppers and Julian Love. Which what I might do is put Julian Love over at free safety. Make him start at free safety. Start Jabril Peppers there. Boom, boom, you know. Draft picks. We do have our draft picks. I think we have... Oh, we don't have a fifth. We don't have our fifth this year. Let me take us through free agency. Free agency, let's go through every position. Now, alright, hold on. We gotta do the daily little. Congrats, you're about to sign Colin Kaepernick. No, we're not. Quarterbacks. We're not gonna. I'm thinking about. You see, I'm thinking about getting a young quarterback. You know what? Let's go get Cole McDonald. I like getting Cole McDonald in leagues. We're gonna use Cole McDonald as a backup quarterback. Backup running back, I don't really think we should do much with this one. Jordan Howard is a freaking stud out here. I don't know why he just, like, got sent way down. That's kind of tough. But, wide receivers, this is a position we need a lot. A little bit and not really a lot. I'm not really worried about it. Tight end, we need some young pieces over here. So I'm going to bring in Hakeem Butler. Hakeem Butler's a stud. He's a stud. I know he played wide receiver, but he's going to play a different position for us in this video. Prince Tega Wanahu. I'm going to develop him maybe as a backup offensive tackle. I'm not sure yet. But he is a pretty high overall. And, you know, he's young. So why not? For defense, I think I'm going to look at middle linebacker, and that's basically all I'm going to look at. I think. Deion Buchanan's my boy, but he's as old. He's my boy. He's who I always use her. I ain't going to lie to y'all if y'all know me. So, we're going to get a user, question mark. Yes, we will be getting a new user. We will be getting a good user. We're going to be getting Noah Dawkins. I have heard good things about Noah Dawkins, so I'm hoping he does good things here. Cornerbacks, yeah, let's just go, see where DeAndre Baker is. Alright. We're going to go sign DeAndre Baker, because it's DeAndre Baker. Why not? Eli Apple, I want to develop Eli Apple too. Eli Apple's a stud. Free safeties. I don't think there's much young strunks. Actually, I was just thinking about that. There actually might be. And at preseason week 4, we will have another, probably 2 or 3 where we can sign that are pretty decent that we can develop that are young. But I think that's it for the introduction video. We got a couple more pickups. And I will see y'all in episode number 2 of Giants football.